This is the Bali Cup finals day. It is Bali against Jakarta, playing for 5th place in the 6th Bali Cup at Bali Island School in Sanur. Bali playing in red and white, playing from left to right, and Jakarta in black from right to left. These two teams have played 5 group games. Neither of them have managed to win. They drew with each other 19-19. And they both lost to Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia and France. But all that matters to these players is who wins this game. They've fought for 4 days. They've played 5 games. This is the 6th. And they both want to win it. Jakarta taking an early 2-point lead. Taki, number 15, is their leader and main ball carrier. 23, Alvin. Johan, number 9. 30, Amran. And 3, Vito is the starting lineup. They played for most of the games yesterday. They had the 19-19 draw with Bali. Their first game was a tough 54-3 defeat to JDA. JDA clearly the best team in the tournament. They had a tight loss to Singapore, 23-20. They lost to Malaysia, 26-14. And another tight game with Cambodia, 20-21 defeat. So they had 4 very close games and can feel unlucky that they ended up in this 5th-6th playoff. But that's where they are, playing for the pride of Indonesia. They're leading 2-0. 7 minutes 45 in the first period remaining. Playing in their first Bali Cup. The Bali team on our left, the shot clock. Bali team led by Damai with the blue headband, who's played 5 games for Bali, plus 3 games for Singapore. And he may play 1 more game for Singapore yet today in the 3rd place playoff. Vincent, the other man with the headband on the far left. Wayan, number 9, on the ball. Preparing to shoot, defended by Alvin, recovered by Vincent. Number 44 is Agung, and number 22 is Ratni. That's the Bali starting lineup. Wayan, Agung, Ratni, Damai and Vincent all work with BSF. All very closely involved in this wheelchair basketball program that's been running since 2013. Has produced many players for Indonesia. Damai and Vincent clash with each other. Idris, one of the players for Indonesia developed from this Bali program, is watching. Your Bali compatriots are playing the 5th place playoff with Jakarta. Ratni inbounds to Damai. Vincent, Wayan and Agung are looking for space. Wayan gets space and ties it up, 2-2. The crowd go wild. Jakarta inbound from Amran to Alvin. Alvin, number 23, is getting married in a couple of months' time. He would love to tell his bride-to-be that he was in the team that were the best Indonesian team at the Bali Cup. Right now, they're tied up at 2-all. They were tied up in the group at 19-all. Foul on Vito. Bali started their group games with a 14-7 defeat against Singapore. It was a very tight game. They also conceded more than 55 to JDA, 55-16. They lost 19-43 against Malaysia and 25-15 against Cambodia. They scored 76 points in the group, averaging 15 per game, and they conceded 150 at 31 per game. Jakarta scored exactly the same number of points, 76, and conceded 143, 13 fewer. Jakarta have slightly the better defensive record, but in attack, in conversions, it's equal. It's been the key factor in these two teams not progressing to the semi-finals. Inability to convert their chances. They had a lot of shots, but they only scored 76 points. That's 38 baskets in 5 games. That's not enough in international basketball. Ratney, number 22, has played in all of the women's games. She played 8 matches in women's. She's just completed a win over Jakarta to take 3rd place in the women's competition. And she's played in all 6 of the men's games. She's had a lot of wheelchair basketball. She's a wheelchair rugby player. Competed in the Bali Fours for Indonesia. Bali ball. Vincent, Wayan, Damai and Agung look for space from Ratney. Oh, Taki gets the rebound. Amran, Johan, Alvin and Vito now look for space. Alvin has got some space. Great block by Damai. Really good defensive work, but Amran gets away and scores. 4-2, 3 minutes left. This is not going to be a high-scoring game. In the last game, they managed 19 points each in 4 quarters. That's just over 5 a quarter. It's about their average. We should expect around about 5 or 6 points per quarter. So every point that is scored is crucial. This is not going to be a high-scoring game. This is going to be defense and attrition. Wayan rattles the ring. Amran defends and Wayan gets a foul. Number 9, Wayan, the referee, gets given a foul by Gabe, the referee's coach. Gabe and Rod refereeing this game. They refereed all the games yesterday between them. By the end of today, they'll have refereed 36 matches. There's only 2 games left after this one. We'll have played 34 matches in 4 days. Yes. Jakarta, Amran gets the basket, 6-2. 36 matches will be in total for this tournament, 20 in the men's tournament. This is game 18 of 20. The women's tournament is complete. 16 games were played. JDA won a very exciting final. JDA Singapore beating Cambodia in overtime 9-8 after they drew their final group game 8-8. Jakarta came out second against Bali as they had 2 players missing for the final today, the 3rd place playoff. So, chance to thank our sponsors: OctaFX, Politan, Brunel University, Bali Island, Bali International School, BIMC, KTP, LDC, Dream Divers, Martial Arts, RCMA Group, Rabobank, Coltrans, Maju Sports Wheelchairs, Blue Water Express, LB, RJH Group and Halcyon. Ching Ching Thorne is watching and Matthew Wells is watching. Matt Wells, the head referee and from the Asian International Wheelchair Basketball Federation, that's been supporting this event in Bali, been here for a week. Gabe has been here for 2 weeks. He arrived while we had the summer school. The Brunel University BSF first summer school in disability sports management that was held from 20th of June to July the 3rd. 22-23 June was the 7th Para Games. 28 to 30 June was the 5th Bali Fours wheelchair rugby. July the 7th was the 10th Bali Ocean Swim with 107 swimmers, including 6 disabled swimmers. And this is the 6th Bali Cup, the 7th International Bali Wheelchair Basketball Tournament. The first was in 2013 as part of the Para Games held here at Bali Island School. Singapore beat Indonesia. The second in 2014, Malaysia were the champions, beating Singapore and Indonesia. 2015, Chinese Taipei won the tournament. Let's go back live to this one. Wai-An throws it away to Eddie, but Ratney recovers. Number 22, and Wai-An, 2 mid-8s. 2015 was Chinese Taipei who won the tournament. 2016 was Korea. 2017, Thailand beat JDA in the final. JDA have come to win it this time. They're in the final against Malaysia. 2018, Indonesia, Australia team won the competition from Cambodia, Bangladesh and Malaysia. This year, Malaysia looking to be the first team to win it twice, but it's going to be very tough to beat JDA, and thrown away Wai-An at Vincent's speeding wheelchair, and Damai couldn't recover. The score is 6-2 with 6 seconds left in the first period. Jakarta leading. They have scored their average 6 points. For Bali, scoring is the issue. They need to get their shooting boots on. We'll be back for the second period.